Welcome back to our second semi-final of Takeover. We have Loz Mist versus Woo for our second semi-final. Jared, what can we expect from
Yep.
this?
So after our first dominant performance from Chicken God versus Lodge, Loz and Chicken God were on the same team for null. And they were on the same team for quite a long time. His mechanics should be just about as good. Hopefully, they are both the same rank. Loz is flat right now, but Woo coming out of nowhere is master. They both
Damn.
play the same roles. They both play support, main support. Luz does flex around every now and then into the jungle, but it's going to be pretty weird. I am told that this is going to be a mirror matchup.
Okay.
So they've both decided to play the same champion, which will be pretty interesting, I think, depending on who does better.
It will be
I did
interesting.
go, yeah. Oh, and these are the picks.
Yeah, straight into the picks. We have
Okay,
a Mirror
this will be a
Blitzcrank
really
pick.
interesting. This
Okay,
is going to be really
I'm
fun to
hyped
watch.
for this.
I am also hyped for this.
So obviously both players are support players. They don't really tend to play the mid lane, which is kind of fitting for the picks they've both gone for. They've both gone for Blitzcrank, which is a support champion. So Jared,
Yeah.
what are we gonna expect from this sort of matchup?
Yes. Look, I just hope this is going to be a close game because I've played with Mizt. His Blitzcrank is uh,
Not
it's
not
pretty
not the
bad.
best.
I can't say much good things about it. But obviously, uh, Wu won null twice.
Oh,
So
so
this is going to be a pretty hard matchup for Mizt.
so obviously Wu's going in with the the likely he's most likely to win this matchup.
I mean,
Um,
it's likely, but obviously
Obviously
anything
as
can
we've
happen,
seen
as we saw
before.
from their previous match. Yeah,
Exactly. The ranks doesn't really mean it doesn't matter how many tournaments you won. 1v1s is where all the bragging rights are to play for.
yeah,
And anything can happen really. All it comes down to is one little misplay and you could be knocked out.
yeah,
So
exactly.
from Blitzcrank, I think what's important to mention is if you're good at landing the hooks, that'll be
Yeah.
crucial for winning this
The
matchup.
easiest way to win is hooking your opponent under turret. That is literally the easiest way to win. So
Exactly.
obviously, pushing is gonna be quite bad for you, I think. Um, but obviously, if you do push, you will be able to hook through your minions and hook the opponent's Blitzcrank, who would then get focused by the minions also. Uh, I don't
Yeah,
know what they're both going to build here. One of them could go tank, one of them could go AP. Blitzcrank does scale off the AP damage.
interesting. So I think we'll probably see a quite a different 1v1 to what we normally been seeing so
This
far.
is this is going to
I'm
be
not sure how trading exactly gonna work. It could be potentially a
yeah.
slow game depending on if they're not gonna land their hooks or not. Or it could be a very quick game where someone gets hooked on the turret and then they just die, they just explode
This.
and die
I'll just
instantly.
tell you, this is going to be really fun to watch
Yeah, I'm excited to see.
because there is a interaction where they can both hook each other at exactly the same time, and then they will basically both swap positions.
Oh, so
So
we're in store for
that
some
that will
crazy
be
shenanigans and
yeah, there will be some crazy stuff happening. I hope both of them go for the snowball because that will be the easiest way to land a hook. As long as you land your snowball, it's a guaranteed hook.
do you think they're gonna go for a flash as well, so it can go for like a flash
Yeah, yeah,
hook play?
definitely. They should
I
both
want to
go
see
for
as many
flash.
flashy plays from from Blitzcranks as
There'll
I can
definitely
see.
be a
So
flash. I think this will be a very, very interesting semi-final. Right, they're just about to get into game, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what items they go with and everything. I'm gonna have fun watching this as well.
this should be an exciting
Both
matchup for
same
sure.
skins. Okay, both same runes as well. Uh, this is going to be good to watch. Same items as well. Okay, so I think they've mutually decided to go with the same runes and items at the same time.
Interesting.
Yeah. Obviously, both AP items. So there's the Guardian Orb for both of them with boots and 2 health or 3 health pots each. They're both standing near their turrets because obviously they want to try and hook their opponent into the turret. Electrocute for both of them, so obviously every third attack or spell. All right, so we're just in both with Guardian Orb, Boots, and 3 potions. Both of them staying near their turrets. All right, is this going to be a CS? I don't. I wonder if
I really hope not.
they'll both. I wonder if they'll mutually agree to go for 100 CS, and whoever gets it first, because that does tend to happen. Oh no,
Oh,
never mind. They're just both
no,
fighting.
bumps
Wu
going
does land the
out.
first auto, and he lands the first electrocute. They're both jumping in. They're both landing each other's auto. Snowball
Oh,
onto him.
big hook from
Uh,
Wu.
it's a big hook from Wu near the turret. It doesn't hook him right into range though. Loz going straight in with the snowball. This is a class to see. And
Oh,
the
and Wu
hook
got the
from
knock up.
Wu,
He's so
Wu
low
gets the
on
knock up.
Mizt.
Oh, and it's
Oh,
a both flash from both of them. Wu lands the hook, jumps
oh,
in. Oh, and that is the
that
first
that
kill
was
from
a
Wu. Both of them landed the hooks, and both of them landed the knockups. Wu did initially get the first engage, and that is why he won the extended trade.
that was an
With the electrocute
interesting.
proccing first.
It was an interesting hook from Loz there. He was definitely losing that trade, but decided to hook him back into him, and ended up,
He did.
ended up dying
He did
because of
decide
it.
to do that.
I think he could have just
But
walked away
obviously,
and regen
maybe
potentially.
if he got enough autos down, he would have been able to just kill him with the electrocute.
Yeah,
Now
true.
that Wu got both health relics,
And he's level. He just hit level 6 now as well.
yeah, he's just hit level 6. So this will be a pretty much go all in from Wu.
Oh, they're
Loz
knocking each
is
other up.
respecting it a little bit. Wu does land the hook and the snowball, and they're both going on each other right now.
Oh, another
Wu
knockup
just
from
used
Wu,
the
and the
grapple, and
ult
that's
comes
a kill.
out. And that's 2 kills in for
Yeah,
Wu, and that's game
that is
over
both
right
kills in for
there.
Wu. GG. So now we know who the bit of Blitzcrank is, but that wasn't really a question after those. I
Oh,
got Miz
what
to
a
play Blitzcrank once, and it was pretty one-sided.
what a quick game. That was some some good plays there. Seemed like both players just wanted to brawl it out straight away. Going into that one, knocking each other up. I think that was an interesting play from Loz though. I don't think he should have gone for that hook in the bush. It was a good hook, to be fair.
It was a good hook in Fog of
But
War.
he just didn't have the HP to fully engage and commit onto that kill.
Yeah, but this was pretty one-sided, though. I think, to be honest. Wu obviously getting the first knockup because Loz just ran through the minions trying to just get to him. And then he also got minion aggro, so the minions were auto-attacking Loz while Wu was not getting any damage from the minions on Loz's side. It was a little bit of a questionable play, but obviously it's about 1v1. Anything can happen.
Exactly. I think 1v1 everyone wants to go for glory, right? So they want to go for these trades. They want to land the flashy hooks. But
Exactly. This
in this
whoever
instance, it
makes
didn't
the
work
best
out
play
for
wins. I
Miz.
think for Loz, as long as he makes a good play, I think he's happy
Yeah, he's
with how
going
he's
for the
gonna play.
flashiness. He's doing it for the fans, right?
Yeah,
He's always a crowd pleaser, you know.
yeah,
So it'll be
exactly.
interesting what picks they go for here. What do you think they'll go for, like another 2 support
So
champions?
yeah, I think it's going to be another mirror matchup. I am being informed. So
It seems like it's a bit of
it does
competition
seem
between
like
them
it.
now. It seems like
Yeah,
I can play this better than you.
yeah,
um,
exactly. They are both support mains. These aren't really champions that Loz plays too often, but he might have been practicing beforehand. We don't know.
maybe he's been in custom lobbies training for
He's
hours.
just like,
You never
okay,
know.
so he's just like, I'm gonna choose this champion, and then he turns out he's just been practicing it and training the whole time. All right, so it does seem like they've gone into a mirror matchup, both going Soraka.
Soraka,
So
that's very
a little bit of
interesting.
information on Soraka. The further away you run away from your opponent, the higher damage your auto attack does. So as long as the auto attack is flying towards the enemy, you will do more damage as you run away.
Interesting.
So
So
this will be
whoever
pretty
decides
interesting.
that they're too scared to man up and finish the trade off will probably come off worse worse off, right?
Exactly,
So this is
exactly.
all about just standing your ground and doing the damage. And
Yeah.
whoever manages
Or
to do
even
that
if
quicker
you
will
keep
probably
running
win.
forward and backwards at perfect times, then that'll be
That's true. That's true.
pretty good. Like tick perfect, as you would say in RuneScape. No,
So
you
obviously,
just gotta
Blitzcrank
perfectly land
was
them.
Blitzcrank was a very aggressive sort of playmaking support. Soraka's more of a defensive support, if I'm correct, right? With being able to heal and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you think we'll see a slower game now, or do you think they'll sit back and just try and farm this one out, or go for turret kills, or do you think they're just gonna go hard engage like they did last game?
I think it will be a pretty much engaged thing. I think Loz just wants to try and kill him as quick as he can with all he can.
He wants
You know,
revenge after that first game.
he does. He's just gonna go straight into him and just try and get the initial kill and just win through that.
As we saw in the previous game, getting that initial kill is huge. Because
It's
as soon
so
as Mizt
yeah,
came back to the lane, we already had level 6 and was ready to full engage again with his ult.
exactly. And
And as we saw
also
there, he made quick work of them once he
in the
had his
time
ult.
that Miz died, we just got both health relics and just
True, yeah,
heal him
exactly.
up. I
It's a
think
huge
maybe
advantage to
if
get
they
that first
wanted to
kill.
do this kind of 1v1, they should have said no health relics, but you know, that anything goes, to be honest.
Anything goes in 1v1s, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, can we talk a bit about Soraka ult? Do you think? Do you think? I don't think that's one of the big game changing moments in a 1v1,
It
right?
is. Whoever hits the level 6 first is
So
going to get a huge
it'll be a
300
huge
HP heal.
heal, exactly. So we could be seeing trades at level 5, one person looking like they're about to lose,
Yeah,
but then all of a sudden they hit that level 6, get that insta heal, and completely turn the engagement around.
yeah.
So I
But
think,
again, with Soraka, mana costs are so high on this champion.
of course, yeah.
So obviously, with the silence though, if you land your silence on the opponent's Soraka and you just use all your spells on her, she's basically going to do no damage to you.
That is very true, actually. It'll be who can land the silence and who can land it first and take advantage of it.
Exactly.
Obviously, mana comes into a play a lot here.
So
There'll be
obviously, both of them won't be leveling up the W. I think it'll just be a QWR focus on maxing. So the more damage down, the the more they can heal themselves and stuff like that as well. Obviously, Soraka Q does heal if you hit the opponent.
yep. Be interesting to see who will win. Obviously, Wu is 1-0 up in this series so
He
far.
is.
He is one game away from meeting Chicken God in that grand final, that best of 5. Um, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think both players gone for Flash and Snowball.
Ooh, the Star Guardian Soraka from Wu. That shows that he has some experience on this champion. Star Guardian.
Interesting. It was probably
So
Loz's pick for Blitzcrank, right? And then Wu's responded now with Soraka.
it
And he
seems
wants to
like
show
they're
off that
going with the
skin
same
too.
runes and masteries again. So, but at this point, they don't really need to hide on the turret anymore because there's nothing hooking you into turret. You could just walk up, do as much damage as you can.
That is very true. Both players just waiting for the minions to spawn
Respecting each
now.
other, you know, that is a very nice skin from Wu.
Yeah, it looks
Miz with
beautiful.
nothing, you know, the casual normal.
It seems like Loz doesn't really play Soraka, so it'll be interesting to see what he does here.
Right, it seems like there's a bit of respect going on between Wu and Miz. Uh, let's see what they're going to do here, though. Oh, the first spell comes out from Wu, the silence. It was just a poke silence. It wasn't anything too major. Now trying to get Q in to just land as much damage as he can. That
Yeah,
is damaged by Loz, though. He landed the stun with his silence, and he got the Q up as well, so it is pretty good.
yeah, Loz is
It's
winning
really,
the
really good
initial
trade by
trade
Loz.
here.
Yeah.
Now both players
And
hitting
Wu
level 4.
missing his Q. This is so obviously the Q does heal you as long as Wu lands one, he'll pretty much be full HP. But Loz is doing very well in dodging them. And now that Loz does have his cooldowns back up, he can go in for another rotation. Misses silence and his Q. Wu goes in with the Q. Keeps autoing in Snowball. That is the heal from Wu as well. He takes the relic. And Loz is just getting
Oh,
completely out traded here.
yeah, that was a really tough trade for Loz there.
So Loz
We
basically missed everything there.
Yeah, we engaged, I think, at the perfect moment where Loz is trying to back up and get the health room, but then obviously the snowball chase coming in, making that trade really unfavorable for Loz, and now
Yeah.
we've got that
We're
big
just
health
pushing in the lane
advantage.
with the Q, yeah. But obviously it is the 2 kills, so if Loz does die, you can just buy an item or something.
Yeah, it's also Loz used all his health potions as well, so he's got no heals coming in besides his abilities, and Wu's sitting on
Exactly.
two health pots
And
already.
Wu is level 6. So this could be a potential turret dive, we don't know. Oh, but obviously the health rally does spawn and
Yeah, Loz will
he
get that
does
level
get a
6
little
as
bit of
well.
health back. Lands the silence, but Wu lands the key, so it's quite a lot of poke going towards Loz. And he's not trading it back for anything. Wu is
Yeah,
just trying
exactly.
to push this lane as quick as possible, land the poke on the turret, and just try and damage Loz. The turret is a fifth of the way gone. Loz does land both spells just now, so
It's
pretty good
interesting.
trade right here.
Loz does have less HP, but he does have more mana, which could
Oh,
come
and
into
he just
account.
heals off the Q. Wu misses the Q. So now Loz is
Ooh.
at HP advantage.
And he still has his ult to work with, so does Wu though.
And
Health Rune will spawn, and Wu will be the first one to pick it up. Loz will get the bit of
yeah.
bonus, but he's taking a lot of damage from
Oh,
the
and he
poke!
takes a lot of damage. Loz
Has-
is forced to ult, misses the Q, lands the E. This is very bad from Loz.
Yeah, that's a huge expenditure of using
Yeah,
his
and
ult to heal up.
another
Oh!
Q by Wu. Both of them healing equal amounts though, because they both landed their Qs.
Oh,
So
that
that
was
was
very
basically no damage
close.
down. Wu
Loz
is
got.
trying.
Oh, he
Oh my god, that
flashes
was
on the
huge there!
turret!
He just jumps in under turret
Oh, Wu was
and just
having
kills
none
it.
of that.
Wow, that
What a
was
play
insane.
there.
So he lands the snowball onto the minion, and Loz, not expecting him to go in on the snowball there,
He snowballed
jumps
and
in,
flashed, right?
Qs, no, flashes, silences, and Qs onto Loz, landing the last auto to kill him as well. That was an
Um,
insane play by Wu. Let's see what Loz will
that
do
was
now.
crazy. Now
Loz
Loz
does have
is
some pretty good items now. He has a blasting wand and a null magic mantle.
Loz.
Wu's still landing quite a lot of poke though.
Yeah, he needs to land these
And Loz
pokes.
isn't landing anything. He's just going in for the auto attacks.
He should be
Will
trading
Wu
with
take
him
this?
here.
Will Wu take this snowball? No, he won't. Oh, and Wu just uses his ult just to get a little bit of HP back. The
Oh,
cooldown is pretty
interesting.
high though, so I'm not sure it was the best
I
choice,
mean,
but
Loz's ult is on cooldown too, so he's probably trying
that
to
is very true.
he's trying to probably gonna wait for his ult to come back before he goes to that final commit
Yep.
on that
Loz
kill.
has a 60-second cooldown on his ult, and Wu has 120. So he has that. Oh, and Loz just goes in. He jumps in, landing his silence and his Qs. But it turns out to be an equal trade.
I'm not
Because
really sure
Wu
how that was
lands the first
equal though.
So Wu lands the first initial Q, meaning that while Loz has his on cooldown for his second one, Wu can do his again. Oh, and that's a silence from
Oh,
Wu
he's so
and
low.
Loz.
The
Oh,
flash
Loz
comes
jumps in.
in.
He flashes in. They both flash in on each other. Oh, and that is
Oh,
a
the
Q, final Q
turnaround
for
from
Wu. Wu
Wu.
jumps in, and that is death.
That was
This
so close. It
is
seemed like Wu was dead there, but the
Wu.
last heal came through,
Wu
and
literally had that he would not have been able to use any more spells. But he had the perfect amount of mana to cast his final spell, which is the final Q onto Loz, and he just wins that game.
that was actually insane from Wu there. I think I think Lord got a bit outplayed there. He was so it looked like he was almost dead, and then just
Yeah,
turned around
like
and just
Wu
manned off
was
on
around half
Loz.
HP. The thing that happened was when Loz jumped in, Wu instantly queued onto himself because he knew Loz would be right next to him. So that gave him the initial bit of HP. Loz obviously queued, so that's basically an equal trade by then. Then
Yeah,
Wu started running away, landing a Q as he's running away, meaning that he's won the trade. And Loz is losing that trade there. This
what
was
a
just a clinical outplay by Wu.
what a crazy game there from Wu and Mist. Wu
He's
obviously
showing us.
taking the 2-0 victory. It seemed like a bit of an outclass in that last
Yeah,
game.
you were showing us an absolute masterclass of how to play Soraka against trash Sorakas like Mist.